One of those things I think fans have always pictured in their head is a story where Power Rangers and Super Sentai could cross over, having this grandiose mission saving the world, or both, seeing the interactions between the characters, the arguments of stealing suits, poking fun at some of the stuff they do, like finisher names, dances, and weird characters. How would they feel seeing their powers on someone else? There's some good potential in doing this type of stuff, but there's also a lot of hurdles to get around. How would this logically work? What seasons would work best? Making sure you give enough information to the audience. Many people don't watch Super Sentai. Other people have abandoned Power Rangers. And what media would this take place on? Thanks goes to Movie Critic for the suggestion. If you have an idea or topic you would like me to cover, leave a comment below. I might use it in a future video.
A comic miniseries.
The best way for this to work out is use the multiverse aspect of the comic line. We've already had time travel and alternate dimensions, events being different just because of one change. The Super Sentai universe would slot right in. They could even use the Dino Thunder Abba Ranger episode as a potential element that spawned from this universe. Like, say someone from Abba Ranger came over to ours, creating the TV show, because there's things like the Dino Thunder Morph stuff that no one should know. With comics, you don't have to worry about the actors, plus mix and match many teams. You might need a character from Time Force to explain what's going on. It gives more of a bigger scope, rather than be stuck as 1 or 2 part TV episodes. I think it would work as a year-long 12-issue story. There would be some restrictions, unless PR and Sentai were okay with them writing post-season elements. Plus, with comic bubbles, you can easily designate who's who.
Language barrier.
This would be the first obvious obstacle. The teams would not be able to communicate, with exception to, say, Cam and Ninja Storm, the Samurai team, along with Ninja Black and Maji Green, to name a few. You could easily assume most of the Samurai team knows Japanese. They write all the symbols. It would cause a big problem, but they could easily pop in a special voice translator that Cam writes into everyone's helmet, use the tech side of the suits. It should be easy enough to explain away. They could even have some small moments of the Rangers trying to teach English, learn Japanese. This would also be a good place to show off the quirks. Zack trying to teach Goshi hip-hop keto. Jan saying his Zua Zua Waki Waki crazy nonsense. I even pictured a scene with both Byako Shinken and Saba talking. The Go-Go 5 team asking a lot of questions about the Titanium Ranger. Tommy being shocked that his counterpart was killed, wondering what happened there. Rio and Melee meeting up with Jared and Camille. The Ginga Man team seeing Terra Venture. Just talking about all these stories and differences would be interesting.
A new baddie.
In this story, I think it would be best if it was a completely new villain, not taking anything from either universe, not even evil versions of the Rangers. We've dealt with that way too many times already. It could be from a universe that has no heroes. Someone took planets over, got bored, and explored other places. Maybe they were looking for a special energy source, stumbling on the Rangers' powers. Another option would be thanks to Shattered Grid. It opened these places up to new enemies. Another direction could be an extreme fallout of Shattered Grid, with the universes collapsing into each other, needing the help of various universes to correct the issue, where the Super Sentai and PR universes are the key points. This type of story could also work out in expanding to other properties like Masked Rider, VR Troopers, and Beetleborgs, giving them an arc in the story.
Mix and match.
Not only have a huge main baddie story, but have the Rangers and the Sentai teams cross between the dimensions. Since everything is mishmashed, the bad guys could be sending over forces to each season, so the team breaks up into small groups. Have, say, Shane go with the Hurricaneer team. They have a problem that spills over their time. He uses some of his power-ups. Ninja Sword of Gold mode. They could share tech. Or Burrow could see Shane's Battleizer, for example, possibly allowing Yosuke to use the power-up. Take some of the ideas into the universe to help. The Go-Go 5 team could adapt the Titanium tech into their team. Maybe they can use it as a Red Ranger power-up. Gokaiger and Super Megaforce could add the PR Sentai Universe Ranger keys to their systems, giving them more options. Gekionji Ranger can get help from Billy to allow the entire team to use the Dragon Shield. Space could get the Megatector armor from Mega Rangers. Lightspeed could adapt the Sig Tector armor. Maybe it could be a power added onto the Titanium Ranger. There's a ton of stuff they could come up with, from all the tech and differences between the two series to having all these encounters with the villains. Rita and Mandora, Lothar cracking jokes on Talzanto not being able to move, Mesogog dealing with the Ivorians, Divatox saying she ended up in the wrong universe when she sees Almoda, Bosco would laugh at Prince Vakar. Could have some good moments with them.
Double Zords.
With having the double teams, this means we can actually see multiple modes of the Zords at one time. There was always a cool secondary combo I loved, but they couldn't use it at the same time. I love Megazord's tank mode. With this opportunity, they could have different combos right along with each other. Dragon Sword Battle Mode with Megazord even boosts some finishers. The Storm Samurai Blast finisher. They could have a double laser finish or have both the prop blade and the laser finisher on the Storm Megazord. Double SWAT gun finishers, 2 Delta Command Megazord fights. Imagine having 2 Zeal Ultra Zords come and save the day. It would be impressive moments, kind of reminiscent to Digimon Season 2's ending.
Personal impact.
Finding out that your life could have been different depending on changes to the environment or decisions would bring up issues with the characters, especially with the 6 Rangers that died in Super Sentai. I could see some doubt with Geki when they interact with the MMPR team, or our Green Ranger survived and even got his powers back multiple times. Could Geki have done something different? It'd be awkward for Tommy if he was needed on the 2 Ranger team. Tetsuya could resent Wes and Eric, seeing that they both worked out their differences since they got the chance to do it. Tetsuya could lash out, feeling responsible for Naoto's death, causing a rift between the Time Force team, on top of them throwing in blame of the entire situation stemming from their side. Ryoga on Ava Ranger, I see him more of the stable one, where he could help out the other 2 in dealing with their problems, since Ryoga has forgiven and accepted what Mikoto did through the season. On a more fun side, Justin and Tommy could comment on being a kid and an adult in the Sentai universe. The story could even answer, do all the characters in the PR universe exist in the Sentai universe but with no powers? That could be a thing, bumping into versions of them being surprised what they're doing. There's lots of potential in doing this story. It would be complicated. The writers would need to know very deep details on the Super Sentai franchise to take advantage of all the elements. It's a lot of stuff to comb through, like what seasons would be focused on, how would certain things be answered, like why did we start with Ranger and the other teams were aliens? Could you work in a story that makes sense? I think it would be doable. It would be a lot of fun to see. I wouldn't feature every single villain or team, but picking 10 teams, 5 each, would be okay. If it was liked, I could see them doing more with others. I'd love to see Tetsu talk to Ball of Light and go, this is me here. It's a hard question to answer, but what season would you like? My picks: MMPR Season 1, Lost Galaxy, Turbo, Dino Charge in Space. New episodes every Monday, fan commentaries every Tuesday. Next week, ranking the episodes when the Rangers' identities were exposed. Sorry about not including stills in the video. Due to past fair use abuses from the various companies involved, I no longer feature them. Thank you for understanding. See you in the next video.